Welcome back to English Compass. Imagine a small cell, 4 steps long, 2 steps wide, no bed, just a thin mat on the cold floor, a single bucket for water. For 27 years, this was the home of Nelson Mandela. Most people would break in such a place. They would lose hope. They would lose their voice. But Nelson Mandela did not lose his voice. He found new ones. During those long, quiet years on Robben Island, Mandela did something extraordinary. He did not just wait for freedom. He studied, he learned, he connected, he mastered 6 different languages. Not because he wanted to pass a test, not because he wanted a job, but because he believed that language is the key to the human heart. He said, "If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart." Today, we are going to explore this profound truth. We will walk with Mandela through the prisons of South Africa. We will discover how he used language as a tool for unity, not division. We will analyze the specific methods he used to learn multiple languages under impossible conditions. And we will show you how to apply his wisdom to your own English journey. You may not be in prison. You may not be fighting for political freedom, but you are fighting for connection. You are fighting to be understood. You are fighting to understand others. And like Mandela, you can use language to build bridges. Before we begin, take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart. Say this out loud. Language is not just words, it is connection. I will speak to the heart. Good. Let's step into the story of a man who spoke to the world, the prison university. To understand how Mandela learned languages, we must first understand where he was. Robben Island, off the coast of Cape Town, a maximum security prison. The sun was bright, but the future was dark. Political prisoners were isolated. They were forced to do hard labor. Breaking rocks in a limestone quarry, the dust blinded them. The work broke their bodies, but it could not break their minds. Mandela and his fellow prisoners created what they called the University of Robben Island. They had no books, they had no teachers, they had no classrooms, but they had each other, and they had time. Every night, after the guards locked the doors, the education began. Older prisoners taught younger ones, lawyers taught history, teachers taught mathematics, and linguists taught languages. Mandela was already fluent in Xhosa, his native tongue. He spoke English well, having studied it in school, but he wanted more. He wanted to understand the people who held the keys to his cell. He wanted to understand the guards. He wanted to understand the diverse tribes of South Africa. So he started learning Afrikaans. Afrikaans was the language of the oppressors. It was the language of the government that imprisoned him. Many of his comrades hated it. They refused to speak it. They saw it as a symbol of apartheid, of segregation, of pain. But Mandela saw it differently. He said, "I wanted to understand the Afrikaner. I wanted to know why they were so afraid of us. I wanted to find the humanity inside the enemy." This was not just study. This was strategy. This was empathy. He practiced Afrikaans with the guards. At first they were suspicious. They thought he was mocking them. But Mandela was sincere. He asked questions. He corrected his pronunciation. He learned their idioms. He learned their songs. Slowly, the dynamic changed. The guards began to respect him. They began to talk to him. They brought him extra food. They smuggled news. They became human beings to each other. Mandela proved that language can disarm hatred. It can turn an enemy into a neighbor. It can turn a wall into a door. For you, as an English learner, this is a powerful lesson. Do not view English as a difficult subject. Do not view it as a barrier. View it as a bridge. When you learn English, you are not just memorizing verbs. You are opening a door to millions of people. You are inviting them into your life. You are stepping into theirs. Mandela's first lesson is this: learn the language of the other to find common ground. Curiosity defeats fear. Connection defeats conflict. Vocabulary in context. Listen to these 4 phrases. They describe the environment and mindset of Robben Island. Maximum security, a prison with strict controls and high safety measures. Limestone quarry, a place where stone is dug from the ground, where prisoners worked. Symbol of oppression. something that represents unfair control or power, disarm hatred. To reduce anger or hostility through kindness or understanding. Repeat after me, maximum security. Limestone quarry. Symbol of oppression. Disarm hatred. Good. Keep these in mind. They explain the difficulty of his situation and the power of his choice. Grammar focus, past perfect for background context. Notice how I describe actions that happened before the main story. He had already studied English in school. Past perfect, action before another past action. They had created a university before the guards noticed. He had decided to learn Afrikaans before he spoke to them. We use the past perfect to show the sequence of events clearly. Repeat after me. He had learned Xhosa before he arrived at the prison. They had built a community before they were separated. I had studied grammar before I started speaking. Perfect. You are practicing advanced narrative structure. The method of immersion and humility. How did he actually learn? He did not have apps. He did not have audio courses. He had people. Mandela used a method called social immersion. He surrounded himself with speakers of the target language. He listened to them. He watched them. He imitated them. But more importantly, he used humility. Many learners are afraid to make mistakes. They want to sound perfect immediately. They stay silent because they fear judgment. Mandela did not have this luxury. He had to make mistakes. He had to sound foolish. He had to ask for help. He would approach a guard and say, "Please, teach me this word. How do you say thank you in your way?" He accepted correction gracefully. He laughed at his own errors. He showed that he valued the guard's knowledge more than his own pride. This humility disarmed the guards. It made them feel respected. And when people feel respected, they want to help. They become teachers. In your English journey, humility is your greatest asset. Do not be afraid to say, "I don't understand. Can you repeat that?" Do not be afraid to say, "Is this correct?" Do not be afraid to sound like a beginner. Beginners are allowed to make mistakes. In fact, mistakes are the price of progress. Mandela also used contextual learning. He did not study lists of random words. He learned words that were useful in his daily life. He learned words for food, for work, for weather, for feelings. He connected language to reality. When you learn English, do not just memorize abstract grammar rules. Connect words to your life. Learn the names of things in your kitchen. Learn the verbs you use at work. Learn the adjectives that describe your emotions. Make English real. Make it relevant. He also practiced active recall. At night, he would review what he had learned during the day. He would whisper the new words to himself. He would construct sentences in his head. He would test his memory. This repetition strengthened the neural pathways. It moved the language from short-term memory to long-term storage. You can do this too. Before you sleep, review 5 new words. Use them in sentences. Whisper them. Write them down. Reinforce the learning. Speaking practice, humble inquiry. Pause the video. Practice asking for help in English. These are essential phrases for learners. Could you please repeat that? What does this word mean? Did I say that correctly? Can you help me with this pronunciation? Repeat them aloud. Softly, politely. Could you please repeat that? What does this word mean? Did I say that correctly? Can you help me with this pronunciation? Good. You are training yourself to ask for support. This is not weakness, it is wisdom. Vocabulary in context. Social immersion, learning by interacting with native speakers in real-life situations. Humility, the quality of being modest and willing to learn from others. Contextual learning, studying words and phrases within their real-life setting. Active recall, actively retrieving information from memory to strengthen retention. Repeat after me. Social immersion. Humility, contextual learning. Active recall. You are building a toolkit for effective, humble learning. Grammar note, modal verbs for politeness and requests. Notice how I frame requests. Could you please help me? Would you mind repeating that? Can you explain this? Modal verbs like could, would, and can are essential for polite communication. They show respect. Repeat after me. Could you speak slowly, please? Would you mind checking my sentence? Can you give me an example? Excellent. You are practicing the language of respectful interaction. Language as a tool for unity. Mandela did not learn 6 languages just to communicate. He learned them to unite. South Africa is a country of many tribes: Zulu, Xhosa, Sotho, Tswana, Venda. Each has its own language, each has its own culture. For decades, these groups were divided. They were pitted against each other. They did not trust each other. Mandela believed that a leader must speak to all his people, not just in one language, but in many. When he travelled across South Africa, he would greet crowds in their local language. He would sing their songs, he would tell their stories, and the people would cheer, not because he was perfect, but because he made an effort. He showed that he valued their identity. He showed that he saw them. This is the power of linguistic empathy. When you speak someone's language, you validate their existence. You say, "You matter. Your culture matters. I respect you." In English learning, we often forget this. We think English is just a global tool, a business skill. But English is also a human skill. It connects people from different backgrounds. When you speak English with a person from another country, you are building a tiny bridge of unity. Mandela's second lesson is this: use language to include, not exclude. Speak to bring people together. Speak to heal divisions. Speak to show respect. Think about your own interactions. When you speak English, do you judge accents? Do you correct people aggressively? Or do you listen with patience? Do you celebrate diversity? Mandela listened with patience. He celebrated diversity. He knew that unity does not mean everyone is the same. Unity means everyone is valued. As you learn English, remember this: you are not just learning a code, you are learning a way to connect with billions of humans. Treat every conversation as an opportunity to build unity. Treat every mistake as a chance to show humility. Treat every listener as a partner. Interactive practice, inclusive language. Pause the video. Think of a phrase that welcomes others. Welcome, I'm happy to meet you. Your perspective is interesting. Let's learn from each other. Say these out loud. Feel the warmth in them. Welcome, I'm happy to meet you. Your perspective is interesting. Let's learn from each other. Good. You are practicing the language of inclusion. Vocabulary in context. Linguistic empathy, understanding and respecting others through their language. Validate existence, acknowledging that someone's identity and culture are an important global tool, a skill used worldwide for communication. Human skill, the ability to connect emotionally and socially with others. Repeat after me. Linguistic empathy. Validate existence. Global tool. Human skill. Language is love in action. Use it wisely. Grammar focus. Present simple for universal truths. Notice how I state facts and beliefs. Language connects people. Unity means everyone is valued. Respect builds trust. Present simple is used for general truths and permanent states. It makes your speech sound authoritative and wise. Repeat after me. Communication builds bridges. Empathy creates understanding. Learning opens hearts. Perfect. You are practicing the grammar of wisdom, the 6 languages and your English journey. Which 6 languages did Mandela speak? Xhosa, his native tongue, the language of his home. English, the language of law, business, and global connection. Afrikaans, the language of the oppressor, which he turned into a language of dialogue. Zulu, the language of the largest tribe in South Africa. Sotho, another major regional language. Tswana, spoken by many in the northern regions. He did not learn them all at once. He learned them over a lifetime. He prioritized based on need. He focused on connection. How can you apply this to English? Step 1. Identify your why. Why are you learning English? Is it for travel, for work, for family, for friendship? Know your purpose. Mandela's purpose was unity. What is yours? Let that purpose drive you. Step 2. Immerse socially. Find people to speak with. Join online groups. Attend local meetups. Talk to neighbors. Do not hide behind books. Step into the social world. Be humble. Ask for help. Step 3. Learn contextually. Focus on words and phrases that matter to your life. If you are a doctor, learn medical English. If you are a traveler, learn travel English. Make it relevant. Make it real. Step 4. Practice active recall. Review daily. Test yourself. Use new words in sentences. Strengthen the pathways. Consistency is key. Step 5. Speak with empathy. Listen to others. Respect their accents. Value their stories. Use English to connect, not to impress. Step 6. Embrace mistakes. Laugh at your errors. Correct them gently. Move forward. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Speaking practice. Purpose statement. Pause the video. Complete the sentence out loud. I am learning English because... Example, I am learning English because I want to connect with friends around the world. I'm learning English because I want to advance my career. I'm learning English because I love traveling. Say it with conviction. Let it be your anchor. Vocabulary in context. Prioritize. To treat something as more important than other things are relevant, closely connected to what is happening or being discussed. Conviction. A firmly held belief or opinion anchor, something that provides stability or confidence. Repeat after me. Prioritize. Relevant. Conviction. Anchor. You are defining your own path. Grammar note. Infinitives of purpose. Notice how I explain reasons. He learned Afrikaans to understand the guards. I study English to connect with people. We practice to improve our skills. Infinitives, to plus verb, are used to express purpose. They are clear and direct. Repeat after me. I read to learn new words. I speak to practice fluency. I listen to understand better. Excellent. You are practicing clear expression of intent. Your Mandela Method for daily practice. Theory is inspiration. Practice is transformation. Here is your 5-step Mandela Method framework. It applies his wisdom to your daily English routine. It is simple. It is deep. It works. Step 1. The morning intention. Purpose. Every morning, remind yourself why you are learning. Say your purpose statement aloud. I am learning English to connect. This sets the tone for the day. Step 2. The humble interaction, social immersion. Once a day, engage in a real conversation, online or offline. Ask questions. Listen actively. Admit when you don't understand. Say, please help me. Build a bridge. Step 3. The contextual review, relevance. At lunch, review 5 words related to your day. Did you eat lunch? Learn food words. Did you work? Learn work words. Connect language to your immediate reality. Step 4. The evening recall, active memory. Before bed, write down 3 sentences you spoke or heard today. Correct any mistakes. Whisper the correct versions. Reinforce the learning. Step 5. The empathy check, jianqi, connection. Reflect on one interaction. Did you listen with empathy? Did you respect the other person? Did you speak to their heart? Celebrate the connection, not just the grammar. The daily template practice. Pause the video. Fill this template out loud. My purpose is... Today I will connect by... I will learn words about... I will review by... I will show empathy by... Innate. Say it twice. Clear, committed, human. Vocabulary in context. Morning intention, setting a clear goal for the day. Humble interaction, communicating with modesty and openness. Contextual review, studying words linked to daily activities. Empathy check, reflecting on the emotional quality of communication. Repeat after me. Morning intention. Humble interaction. Contextual review. Empathy check. You are not just learning a language, you are becoming a leader of connection. Grammar focus. Future with will for commitment. Notice how I frame promises. I will speak with humility. I will listen with empathy. I will practice daily. Will expresses strong determination. It strengthens your resolve. Repeat after me. I will connect with heart. I will learn with purpose. I will grow with consistency. Perfect. You are programming your mind for success. Your 21-day Unity Challenge. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison, but he did not let prison imprison his mind. He used language to free himself. He used language to free his country. He used language to heal the world. You may not change the world overnight, but you can change your corner of it. You can connect with one person. You can bridge one gap. You can speak to one heart. Start today. Learn with humility. Speak with empathy. Connect with purpose. Let English be your tool for unity. Let your voice be a force for good. I invite you to a 21-day challenge. Follow the Mandela Method. Set intentions. Interact humbly. Review contextually. Recall actively. Check empathy. Track your progress. Notice the shift in your confidence. Notice the shift in your connections. When you are ready, comment below. Day 1. I learn to connect. I speak to the heart. I unite through language. I will read every comment. I will reply to your journey. This channel is not just for students, it is for leaders. And you are leading the way. Subscribe to English Compass for more biographies, graded stories, and step-by-step fluency systems. Turn on notifications. Your next breakthrough is not in a textbook. It is in a conversation. Before you go, place your hand over your heart. Repeat this final line with me. I do not just speak English. I connect through it. I listen. I learn. I unite. My voice is a bridge. See you tomorrow. Keep learning. Keep connecting. Keep leading. The world is waiting for you.